Hello, hello! Welcome to my channel! In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I will be making a Valentine's themed doll out of this Gen 3 Claudine Wolf. Let's get into the concept art. She will have a red ribbed shirt with a long slitted skirt with some big poofy hair. She will also have a heart purse for her accessory. I lean more towards anatomical body parts for this doll. I wanted this doll to give off a heartbreaker vibe, which is why I decided to go the anatomical direction. Like she will literally be carrying around a heart with her. Anyway, let's get started. As always, I start by stripping the doll of her bare basics like her hair. I cut it down until it looks like a buzz cut, then cut a hole in the back of her head to get the rest of her hair plugs out. I should have taken her head off before doing this, but oops. I take out the hair plugs and then glue her back together. Now that she's a blank canvas, it's time to start the face. I go in with a white watercolor pencil first just to gauge the proportions of her face, and it'll also be easier to erase if I make a mistake. Once I am happy with her face, I spray her off camera with Mr. Super Clear and start adding some color to her. My goal was to give her a bit of a seductive, sultry look. It's Valentine's Day after all. Most of my dolls don't really have any crazy makeup going on, so I tried to do that with this doll. She has some pink eyeshadow and two-tone lips. Hopefully it doesn't make her look too boring. Once her face was about done, I added some little details like a heart shine in her eyes. She will also have a little heart on her cheek. And that's her face done. I painted her head red so that when I install her hair, it blends in better. To plug the holes in her head from her wolf ears, I covered them with red fabric and slathered it in glue. Onto the clothes! Her outfit is pretty much just red and pink, so I grabbed the necessary fabric and some ribbon and trinkets and got to work. I've never made a long skirt before, so as always, I looked up some tutorials and made these patterns. I measured nothing, but somehow it came out alright. I cut out the pieces and sewed them together. Making a slit in the skirt was also a first for me, but I found a good tutorial. First, I place a piece of fabric on top of where I want the slit to be and sew it onto the skirt. Then, I cut right down the middle. The idea is that I will flip the extra fabric on the inside of the skirt, leaving a seamless slit behind. On my first attempt, the slit came out very square. I did end up redoing it with a better slit. Her shirt was pretty simple. I've used the pattern in other dolls, but once it was made, I sketched on the rib design. Then I painted it white. I added some ribbon to the top, and that's the shirt done. With the main parts of her outfit done, I turned back to her head. I will be using some super curly red and light pink hair from the Doll Planet. This hair is very full. It didn't take many plugs at all to fill her head. I actually didn't plan to make her hair so big, but I kind of love it. Once I was done plugging, I put some glue in through her neck hole and set her aside to dry overnight. It's time to reattach her head and body. This part is always exciting because I don't have to look at a head on a pencil stick anymore. I can never seem to get a doll's head back on the body without cracking the sealant a little. But fear not, it's nothing a little spray of MSC can't fix. At this point, it's the home stretch. I work on the last little details of her outfit, like a little choker for a necklace. She also got a mani-pedi. Now, I did try to make shoes. They are the bane of my existence. I sculpted them, baked it, and even sanded them, and was still unhappy with the results. So, in the end, I decided to just alter the shoes that she already came with. I chopped off a good portion of her shoes because I wanted a simple sandal-like shoe. I painted them white for a base and then let it dry. Once dry, I painted it red to match the rest of her outfit. Here's the shoes done. I also made her some beaded accessories that will go around her waist. I never really got into beading growing up, so this was a lot of fun. I also chose to include a teal color in her beaded chain since she has a lot of red and pink already. I thought that this was a good contrast. Her last accessory is her heart purse. It will be an anatomical heart, of course, so I sculpted it out of clay. Then I slowly added some details to it, like these heart ventricles. Is that what they're called? Once I was happy with how the heart looked, I put on the hooks for the purse. Once the hooks were in, I got to painting it pink. I felt like it would be too much red if I painted that color, so I went with pink instead. For the veins in the heart, I sketched them with my red watercolor pencil. Then I went over it in red paint. For the strap of the bag, I chose to do more beading. Here's the bag all done. It looks very realistic and anatomical, like I want it. I don't know, it looks a little too real. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Lastly, I shaped the doll's hair a bit since it's been all over the place. You can barely see her face. And she's all done. Her name is Amora, the Heartbreaker. She was so much fun to make, and she's probably my favorite doll to date. I love her huge poofy hair. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye! I painted her head red, so... What's my line? And to plug the holes in her head from her wolf ears, I covered them with red fabric and making a slit in the dress? This is a skirt! For the strap of the... I painted them white for a base, and then let it shine, let it shine.